planning this. Me and Cartoon have been planning this for like a day now.
Very
For a
sorry.
whole
You should know
24 hours.
this.
I'm currently in the middle of an Overwatch match.
Hey, how about you stop that and come and do this good podcast that we haven't done in so
Listen,
long?
Tim
with
gets
your good
so
friends?
mad when it's not all of us. So
This is
I
the
would-
one time
I
I'm
would
here.
love to.
So
This is
guess what?
literally,
I would love
this
to.
is literally the only day I am in my home for like the
Really?
next 18 days. So let's.
So I guess that assures that I can, in fact, have my pool party.
I am going to
pool party?
steal your Twitter account.
Please
First,
don't, I'm begging
Well,
you.
Chris, not gonna lie, it sounds like your life sucks at the moment.
Oh no, it's wonderful. I'm going to the beach.
you
But
Right.
Great,
dork.
nice.
but I'm also going to be stealing Twitter accounts and being mad at Todd Howard in a general way.
nice. Because this is last minute, I won't. You guys don't need to worry about topics.
Thank God.
That's good because I didn't have a topic.
I get actually we can do it like we did last week. That we could just fucking chill, man. Let's
You just want me to start ranting about work again?
no.
I can do that very well.
I could also rant so much about
The
work.
only
I
thing I
watched-
want is for everyone to record their own audio so I can adjust it properly.
Okay,
I don't
I
know.
don't have a
There's a
dot
pro-
audacity.
okay.
It's
Let
a
me-
free program. It'll take 5 seconds to download.
I'll
Alright,
drop-
give me a second. Oh, I
I'll
died.
drop a link because it's real easy. Little did I know that Maya would spend the next 25 minutes showing me that it is, in fact, not super easy.
I could have clapped these cheeks though.
What?
Jesus.
Also, what I realized is hold on.
Hold on, what?
Oh,
Come
God.
on. We can't wait anymore.
Why did she
Please.
become a chicken?
When did I take off my watch?
Who are all these people?
What is the deal
Where's
with
the
people?
caveman?
Is she a chicken? Is she a girl?
I'm both.
Why are you wearing a T-Rex hat at Walmart? Or
Why not?
T-Rex. I don't
That's,
know.
oh
why.
yeah, that's my new look.
I also realized I don't know how to mute my microphone, so I accidentally just deleted everything that I already had because I had to stop it. 'cause
That's
my
fine.
mom came.
Christ,
That's fine.
Maya.
So that was another thing. Like, I normally have push to talk on, and if I don't have push to talk on, you're just gonna hear me fucking coughing in the background.
That's fine. I can cut it out. I'll just
Okay.
have your audio turned off most of the time. Just start recording and then do clap or something. There you go. Perfect. Jesus.
You've got the clap.
Lord.
Cheeks of steel, baby.
So, hey Tim, here we go. It's all of us.
See,
We're
this-
back.
The thing
Let's
about this
go,
is that
yay.
I don't like. I like this for everything, but the fact that we don't know when. Like we know definitively when the recording starts now.
Yeah.
Because before it was just like we'd say words for about half an hour, and then Cartoon would be like, "Oh yeah, this is a podcast." We don't
Yeah.
have that anymore. Now it's like we all know, so we all know when to stop just being mean to people we know.
Yeah. And even still, I always cut out all their mean comments.
I mean, yeah.
As far as people
But,
know,
I
we've
mean,
never
it-
said anything mean about anyone ever, except for Vern
Yeah,
Troyer.
we're super duper nice to everyone but Vern Troyer.
We're not starting that
May
again.
he
Don't
rest
worry.
in peace.
Hey, I want to say something about Vern.
No.
Oh no.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. So I want to tell a story. A brief little thing.
Oh,
a brief
good.
little
I'm
aside.
glad you sound kind of drunk when you say that. I want to tell a story.
Oh, story.
Story time.
So like what day is it today? I guess last week? No, the week before. I just suddenly ended up in Las Vegas.
You said
You know,
did you just
as you
fucking
do.
or something?
Back up.
Basically it's been a bad couple weeks to be my grandpa.
Where is this story going?
Yeah, because he's dead, right?
Yeah, that's why.
Did you shoot your grandfather in Las Vegas?
No.
He teleported to Vegas, then he shot
No,
him.
his diabetes
Fucking
shot him
monster.
in the face.
Oh no!
Oh,
No
God.
one got shot. Probably. It's Las Vegas. Probably somebody
Wait,
got
you
shot.
just said diabetes shot him in the face.
Yeah, with like insulin or lack of insulin. How does diabetes work?
I think you have not enough insulin, but I think sometimes you have too much insulin. But I don't really know what insulin is.
So, actually, yeah, it was after we got done recording the last episode. I went upstairs, I got some water, and my dad said, "Oh, hey, by the way, my real dad died." I'm like, "Oh, all right," because he was kind of an asshole, and we didn't really know each other very well. And so, but then it's like, well, shit, somebody's got to deal with all his affairs, and so yeah, I just kind of ended up in Las Vegas then, like 2 days later or something.
Casual.
Let me tell you something. Las Vegas is a fucking filthy, disgusting town.
It seems.
Yes,
it
it
really
is.
is.
It's
Haven't you ever played Fallout New Vegas?
yeah, except I didn't think it would look like that before the apocalypse, you know? Like
Listen,
it's-
nothing has ever changed.
Are
Okay.
you telling me there aren't radroaches fucking crawling throughout the streets?
not
normally?
here there isn't. I mean in Las Vegas, yeah.
No, but there's still roaches.
I mean, okay, so me and my dad, because it was a sudden trip and we were trying to keep costs down, we stayed at a Hooters.
Oh, good.
As you do.
like what?
Yeah. And so it's like,
How do you stay at a Hooters?
they have a hotel there.
Yeah.
And what's really funny is it's a little dirty, nasty Hooters across the street from the MGM Grand. This big, giant, nice hotel that's like these like emerald green windows. And it's like, and then like down the block a little bit is New York, New York. And so there's, it's like these, like the Statue of Liberty's there. And then it's like all this crazy expensive shit. And Hooters, man, it smells like cigarette smoke and death. Not death, like skunks.
Just as Grandpa
Like,
wanted.
so yeah, the smell hit me as soon as I walked through the door, and it's like it smelled like cigarette smoke and skunks. And then got to the elevator eventually, and then that just smelled like skunks. Luckily, no more cigarette smoke. And then got into the room, and there was literal dirt on my bed.
Oh.
Like no one, they didn't clean or anything. There was like, and also it's like, there's no dirt there. It's like, it's a desert, it's sand. So where the fuck did the dirt come from is what I wonder. But there was like, it looked like it was deliberately sprinkled as well. That was the weird part. It was like a line of dirt, and the room.
Instead of leaving a candy on your pillow in the morning, they leave you a piece of rat shit.
A little bit nasty, just for your enjoyment.
Ugh, it's gross. And then Hooters is really a sad restaurant as well. I felt bad being in there because it's like, scantily clad women who don't want to be there, serving a bunch of fucking creeps. Chicken wings and shitty burgers. Oh, well, I wouldn't say shitty burgers.
Burgers are pretty good.
It was all right.
Yeah.
The wings were good. I wasn't a huge fan of the burgers, quite frankly. But
I like me some good wings. I had to go to one. I said this like I was forced to. I had to go to one for work.
For work?
A couple weeks ago. We didn't have to. It was just like just a bunch of people I work
dragged
with.
me there.
We were doing an install, and the company
Jimmy
would pay
kept
for dinner,
asking, "Can
and
we
then
please
they're
go to
like,
Hooters?"
That's the way it was. There was the one weird dude. He's like, let's go to Hooters. And I'm like, you know what? If the company's going to pay for it, I don't care. I'll go. And it's about the way you described it. It's pretty good. It's a pretty accurate description of it. It's just.
And I can only imagine it's worse in Las Vegas as well.
Yeah, this is the South. Like, you had Las Vegas, which is an entirely different kind of filth.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's a filthy filth. But imagine that filth with, like, Trump hats. And then that's South.
Oh, you know what's funny, actually? Speaking of Trump, his hotel in Vegas is, like, far away from all the other hotels. It's like,
it's all sad and alone.
It's really sad and alone. It's hilarious. It's like, you get like the main strip, and it's like, it's where Fallout takes place, type of thing. And it's like, wow, look at all this shit. And then like a mile or two away is like little Trump Tower.
Out there in the middle of nothing.
It's hilarious. So everything was filthy there, and then when we got to my grandpa's little apartment thing at his like retirement village, there was also just dirt everywhere in there too, because apparently he was a fucking filthy monster who'd never cleaned. And what's worse about his place is he had at least, I think, a cat or two. We're not totally sure. And
I think we're not sure.
We're not sure. Well, because
we gotta find out.
people kept asking, have you seen the cats in there? And me and my dad are like, there's no fucking cat. And they're like, have you checked inside the couch? No. And then so we did. We flipped over the couch, and sure enough, still no cat. And they kept asking until until we gave them the keys, telling them we're done here. They're like, did you see a cat? No, there was no cat.
I feel like lifting up a couch cushion and seeing like just three
not
very
the cushion.
old cat corpses.
We flipped the
that
couch
maybe-
onto the front.
Oh, the whole couch.
And checked
Okay, not just the cushions.
behind it and inside of it, because apparently, or in a recliner too. It's like,
See, what if the cats were what killed him, and now the cats are on the lam?
No, it was definitely the obesity that got him.
The
That's for
obesity
sure.
got him long before the cats did.
Well, because of the cats though, the whole place smelled like cat piss, and there was
course.
full litter boxes as well, and cat puke in different spots, and it's just fucking gross. Everywhere was gross. I felt like I couldn't get clean, no matter how many times I washed my hands or how many times I showered, or how little I tried to keep my hands off of things, or how much I tried to keep my hands off of things. There was just no getting clean. It was awful.
I feel like you can't go to Vegas and maintain cleanliness.
No,
Oh,
well,
You
it's
have
like
to
also
accept-
just how I felt like in
filth?
my soul being there as well.
Yeah. I mean, your soul feels very filthy when you go to Vegas.
It's horrible, and I
not-
didn't even gamble.
No. I'd hate to go there and lose all of my money. Just all of it. That's what you do. You bring your entire savings account in a big like burlap sack with a dollar sign on it.
Yeah, at the
You know, like,
Hooters, there was a guy who had
Oh,
like
God.
I don't know, like a 4-inch stack of money.
I'm really glad we brought it back around to Hooters because this entire time I've been looking at pictures of Hooters because I've never been to a Hooters.
You should. I think
but
you'd
I
enjoy
keep
it.
looking at all like the employees that work there, the hoots themselves, and do they all wear fucking brown tights because
Brown
all
tights.
of their legs are exactly the same color.
Oh,
No, they just-
you're not wrong.
They wear orange booty shirts and
Like, Yeah,
No,
booty shorts
like
and
there's the booty
tights.
shorts, and then there's like leggings.
I
Or, like,
didn't see.
like-
I didn't see
like
any
not
leggings.
leggings.
I never noticed.
Yeah, that outfit was very uncomfortable for me when I had to wear it.
It
That's-
looks super uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Why would you
Yeah,
wear
that's-
fucking like
not
tights
like
and then
nylons.
booty shorts?
That's what the
Like,
word is.
Yeah, it's just weird seeing such a light upper body and such a dark lower body. You
It's
know?
very. I like how just like midway down, I'm like, maybe 10 rows of pictures down of all these just Hooters women, and there's like 2 kids
All
with
these
owl
kids.
hats and coloring books. It's just like back to boobs. Okay.
Well, yeah,
that's
it's like they had like a little merch shop, and you could buy like children's Hooters shirts. It's like
Why would you ever?
I don't know. Well, it's like, and there's people like at some of the casinos walking around with their kids. Like, come on,
What?
just like get a babysitter, man.
Oh no, I remember when I still lived in the West, and we'd go to Vegas, and I was like 5 years old, running through the casino, holding on to my mom.
Well, that's what I was
She's
seeing too.
gambling.
Yeah,
Yep, I remember that.
the
I
fuck?
was one of those kids at one point.
it's fucked up. Like, your parents are
yeah.
fucked up.
I'm aware. There's a reason I am the way I am.
That's a really good point.
This is not normalcy, but yeah, Vegas is a wild place.
Yeah.
Some wild stuff that goes on. There's like a lot of STDs there too.
Oh, I believe
Yeah,
it.
there are.
I'm honestly surprised I didn't see any crime. Quite frankly, too. Like, I'm surprised we didn't go to like because like I went to Denny's for the first time, and of course my eggs weren't done, which was lovely.
That's
Like-
crime in and of itself.
Literally, like I kind of cut open my eggs, and they like liquid, pure like white not white, like opaque liquid came out. I'm like, well, this is fucking gross. And funny enough, also, guess what? The Denny's was fucking gross. They'd never seen a broom in their life. It was horrible.
The broom was covered in cobwebs, probably.
Probably
So what you're telling me is don't go to Las Vegas.
never in your
There's-
life, unless
Las
you
Vegas
love
is-
filth.
Yeah, it's a tourist attraction. There's nothing that appeals about Vegas.
Right. Ugh.
It's just a nasty place with nasty people. And a Hooters.
And
The
you
Hooters
lose
is
all your
nicer, so I
money.
hear.
And that's another thing I noticed too. It's like everything was really fancy, and really only meant for people who are fucking loaded, or have some money and are really bad with that money.
Yeah.
It's never. It's nobody's like middle class and financially responsible, and they go like, let's go to Las Vegas.
It's like Betty who brings, $400 of her savings account and blows it all.
Right.
Goes through her midlife crisis in the week that she's there and comes back with nothing but a new ankle tattoo.
Yeah. Well, actually, and then you get people like my grandpa then, who was actually, I guess, apparently so bad with money that he was arrested for fraud.
Wow.
We
Good.
we were digging through his shit, and because he was dead, and so
That's what you do to dead
that's why
people.
we were there, right? I don't need to explain myself to you. And I'm like, oh shit, Dad, look at this, and I showed him, and yeah, there was a full court document about his probation and all the shit him and his girlfriend had done. His girlfriend had meth on her when she was arrested, so obviously he was hanging around with some good people.
Yeah, just some real wholesome boys.
Yeah.
And girls.
He borrowed some money from some guy named, or not, like he got a check from some guy, I think he was named like Tommy or something, and then tried to go to the Bank of America to cash it, and it was totally phony. And so then like literally like 10 minutes later he got arrested. Like he didn't even get away with it, like for
Like, he didn't walk out of the bank before
no,
the police
he got
were
out.
like, all right.
He walked out. He drove like literally like a block down the road, and then like got pulled over because like he was that bad at it. So what a boy. Rest in peace, I guess.
What a boy.
I don't know if he's been cooked up yet.
Cooked up.
I think he might still be sitting in a freezer somewhere.
We forgot to grab Grandpa on the way
No,
back.
that's the funny part, because it's like my dad's still trying to sort out the stuff with his brothers about what, like, how payments are going to work and everything, but they can do that all through faxes and shit, I guess. But then, so whenever they do finally cremate him, they're just going to fucking mail him.
I'm gonna get a bubble mailer full of Grandpa in 2 weeks.
Oh, well, I mean, seeing videos of like UPS drivers and stuff, we're probably gonna get a shattered urn and just like a
Just when
box
you open
covered
the
of
box,
ashes.
just all of it, it falls down like confetti.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It'd be like, oh well.
Grandpa's inside all of us now.
Yeah, it's gonna be just a puff of ash that comes out and covers your face, and you're gonna look up with
Like,
just
oh god,
in
it's anthrax.
blackface.
Nope, it's just
Just be like-
Grandpa. Wah, wah. There was some movie. Do you guys know what movie? There was a movie where it was like one of these road trip movies, and somebody was carrying around their dad the whole time, and at some point they made their dad into coffee.
Oh,
Do you know what movie?
I know what movie you're talking about, but I don't know
Do you know
what movie
who's
it
in
is.
it? Because I can't even think of that.
It's oh god, what movie is it? I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't think of the movie. I can picture it.
Like, is he the guy? Oh, was it? I think it was Zach Galifianakis, and he had
Was it
his
Due Date?
maybe. Does it have
what
Robert
movie
Downey
was
Jr.
this? I
in
know
it?
what movie it is.
Yeah, it had Robert Downey Jr. and Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, that's the
And
movie then. Yeah.
A
Yeah.
guy that looks familiar, but I can't remember what his name is.
That must be it then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
Due
We Bought a
Date.
Zoo?
Yes.
Yeah. Starring Zach Galifianakis.
My favorite movie
Yeah.
of Mr. Zeki G.
There was a period of time where I was really kind of obsessed with Zach Galifianakis.
Oh really?
Why?
I don't know. Maybe because he's not like a traditional celebrity, and I'm a hipster.
Alright, fair enough.
I think that's probably it.
I mean, yeah, that's a valid reason, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't need to. I don't need you guys.
I was doing inconsistent podcasts before the rest of you.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody but Zach.
We should get him on the
Mr.
podcast.
Galifianakis, please come pick me up. I'm ready to live with you now.
We're on last name basis. we should tweet at him. See if he'll come and join us.
I don't know if he
one
has
week.
Twitter.
I think he does. I feel like.
If
he
I'm
does
not
Twitter.
He
following
might
him,
have gotten age
he has a
gated as
Twitter.
well.
Mr. Galifianakis, I would like you to get on.
I don't even know how
Oh
to
my-
spell Galifianakis, so I'm just gonna type Zach and hope it comes
and
up.
sure enough, he does. Oh, I am following him. I just unfollowed him by accident. Oh, look at this. He hasn't tweeted since last February.
No, he's got some interesting tweets in here. It's like Nazi stuff. Against
What?
Nazis. He's not pro-Nazi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't like Trump, but he's
not a
alright with
Nazi.
Nazis.
Yeah, it's strange. He says in this one that
Trump
they
isn't Nazi enough for me.
I mean, all that Charlottesville stuff last year, there were some of those white supremacist Nazi folks who were like, yeah, Trump is that Kushner Jew fuck there. And it's like, oh shit.
Wow.
So let's talk about Todd Howard for a minute.
Oh yeah.
No!
No?
Oh my god, fucking Fallout 76?
Fallout
Yeah.
76. They skipped a few iterations.
Yeah, what
They
happened
decided-
to the other
I think
fucking
one or two. It has to be
68?
at
Well,
least
they
two.
saw
they
EA
looked-
with
they looked-
Battlefield, like jumping around from 4 to 1 to 5, and like, hold on,
7.
we got.
Yeah,
We got something better.
Fallout was like we kind of screwed up with Fallout 4. Let's just skip a few versions and nobody will notice.
Exactly.
And now they have Fallout 76, which is set to the theme of my brother and me being in West Virginia. Is the story
Oh,
of
is
three
it?
brothers in the Wasteland. It is.
Oh, so I know I know
Um,
exactly what I'm doing with that game then.
It's the Good Boys game, and Todd Howard better not mess this up, or I will mail a part of Cartooner's granddad to him.
Apparently people already
God,
pre-ordered
that's
it.
awful.
That's dumb.
I didn't know you could pre-order it.
Yeah,
that's very
apparently
dumb.
people already
I mean,
did.
I know I'll get it at some point, but
Yeah, absolutely.
But like
I'm
pre-ordering
gonna-
it now when they only released like a teaser trailer.
So this episode was recorded before E3, so at the time of the recording, there was just the teaser trailer. I know there's been stuff since, and more information, blah blah blah. But so, just so you know where our mindset is when we're talking about this right now. Anyway, back to the show.
Like no, that's
And honestly,
that's,
they could have made the teaser trailer in Fallout 4.
yeah.
It looked
I honestly thought they did.
just like Fallout 4.
Yeah, that's the thing that makes me the most
I think it's kind of like
nervous.
the Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas effect, where it's
Yeah.
the same engine,
I think
which
that's
is
okay.
fine. The engine was good as long
Okay.
as they changed the
Was it
voice
though?
stuff. I
We all
enjoyed a
saw
lot
the
of
final
that.
Pam, alright? We all
Well, no,
saw it.
that's like
is-
its peak. I'm thinking about its valleys.
Okay. You're right.
It's got a lot of. There was a lot of things about it that I liked. Like the crafting mechanisms were good.
You liked it as far as like Bethesda games are concerned, though.
Yeah.
Because I think I've made this point last time on this podcast, or maybe it was the other one, but it's
was
like
season 1.
You don't see any other developer that has an E3 conference make as shitty of games as Bethesda does.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're turds.
They're garbage.
Like they're addicting. They're fun,
Yeah,
but
make
they
them
are turds.
Very shiny turds, but they are turds. And I'm gonna reserve the rest of that entire rant for another day because we don't have time for it.
right.
I was gonna say, I don't think Skyrim's that bad.
Skyrim's a turd.
I love
It's a fun
Skyrim.
game.
It is
There's
not
a
a
lot
turd.
of deep lore, but like a lot of the dialogue is, quite frankly, atrocious.
It's very.
A
It's
lot
very
of the
broad.
mechanics
It's
are,
very
quite
broad,
frankly,
but it's very
atrocious.
shallow.
The animations are
Yeah.
weird. The glitches are game breaking a lot of the time. It's like,
Oh, absolutely.
The only thing that makes Skyrim worth playing is the mods.
I'm
kinda,
Let's get
just
real.
my issue is that I'm so fucking easy to please that I've spent fucking 1,032 hours on Skyrim.
good lord.
And that's just like recorded on Steam. Like I also, when my computer broke like years ago, I played a shit ton of Skyrim on the Xbox. Like that game fucking hooked me for a while. And then like when I first got this computer, my cool one, I gained like fucking, I think it was 40 hours on Fallout 4 because it was the first game I could play, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, see, I don't understand because it's as much as having against Fallout or like fucking Bethesda games. I don't understand what that hook is because it gets you. They're garbage.
Yeah, they're
but it's
really-
like you. It's like I'll play a little bit of Fallout 4, and then 30 hours later, you're like, okay, managing my 40 settlements.
Like, what is it? It's like they put a piece of shit on a fish hook and then somehow managed to hook every single person.
Again and again, I have 200 hours in Skyrim. I have done everything. Like, I have hundreds. Like, between like all the versions of Skyrim I have, I've probably got like 1,000 hours of Skyrim. And you know what? I've done everything, but I like once a month. I'm like, I'm gonna pick up Skyrim again, and I can play for 40 hours.
yeah.
Like,
It's the
and that's
same
the thing.
quests I've been
Haven't
playing
finished
since
everything.
2011.
I've
Nothing has
played
changed.
most classes that you can play in Skyrim. Like I've done wizard, I've done assassin, I've done fucking ranger, I've done pretty much a lot of all of them. And I've had a lot of strokes today.
I could tell.
Definitely.
The Twitter news
so-
really hit you hard.
But for some fucking reason, every single time, I always end up going back to Stealth Archer.
Yeah, you
and
and
it's
everybody
not
else.
a fun class. It's not a fun class to play, but yeah, I still go back to it, and I still replay every single fucking quest line with one of the most boring classes.
The game
The
kind of
one
pushes
thing, you
you
know
that
what
way.
irks me? Let's have a detailed, angry gaming discussion. I'm ready for this. The thing that irks me about Bethesda games is the just atrocious stealth
Dialogue.
mechanics.
Oh.
They are horrible. And Bethesda, you know what they have access to? They have access to Arcane, that made two of the greatest stealth games of all time, Dishonored, and Dishonored 2, and the other ones that they made also. There's several Dishonoreds of varying names. They made a couple Dishonoreds. They've got access to that. Why aren't they just like, yo, come up here for 10 minutes. Just give us some of your stealth. Make it a little bit
Give
more
us some of your
bearable.
stealth. Hey, can I
Give
get a
us
bag
some
of
your
stealth?
bits. Just give us a bag of stealth. It's this hot garbage that is in their game that they call stealth. It's horrible. It's bad. It's terrible. I hate the stealth system, but I always end up playing a stealth character.
Yeah.
You know what the first thing I always do in Skyrim is? I go through and do the Thieves Guild questline
Yeah.
because I like all the Thieves Guild stuff and I like having good thieving skills and sneaking skills, even though the sneakiness is just hot garbage.
Yeah.
And that irritates me.
Well, it's like
And I hate you, Tom
I kind of
Holland.
expect certain mechanics from the game. Like I expect that sight is part of stealth, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like even remotely.
I don't understand how, with as many, and maybe this is something to do with the game code, with as many mods there's out there, why has nobody overhauled the stealth system in a mod? That's the one mod I haven't seen. I've seen everything in that game overhauled. You can make Skyrim an entirely different game. Stealth is just garbage, and no one's
That's
ever
kind,
thought to
that's
fix
kind
it.
of
That
my point
irritates
too.
me.
It's like that's kind of part of why it's so shitty is because it has things like that, and it's like it's kind of throughout the game. Like even like the combat is not.
No, the
great,
combat's
you
not
know?
intuitive at all.
It's just a lot of hack and slash. It might as well just be fucking Minecraft, you know?
Like, the only thing that draws me in, the only thing that ever drew me in combat-wise into Skyrim was the magic system. The first time I actually did a
Yeah.
real wizard playthrough,
yeah, well,
and the
in-
magic stuff you
what
can
do? You just go
is
click,
wild.
click, click.
Click,
Well,
click.
yeah, but you can do some cool stuff. But honestly, that's the most that says something about the fact that that's the most intuitive combat system they have.
Yeah. Well, and it's also like, okay, so you think about the fact that it's an RPG, and so like role playing is supposed to be like at the core of the game, and yet
Right.
talking to everyone is fucking boring. You know,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of this stuff is true across all Bethesda games as well. Of these, or at
If
least
you get
since,
real
like, Fallout
creative
3.
with it, you can have some fun RPG like role playing, like make your own character adventures, especially if you get like the RPG mod
Hello?
and all the appearance and class
You keep cutting out.
actually spawn in as something. Okay, I know I'm
Cutting out, man. Come on.
Listen, shut up. Stop being mean to me. I'm getting into the moment.
It's like he got dropped off a cliff, and then kept talking, and then got pulled back up, and we just heard the ass end of the conversation.
Oh God.
Or
the good
oh
news
no,
is
it's
the
actually it's
viewers
like
at
in Forrest
home-
Gump when all the microphones got disconnected at the Washington
Oh,
Monument,
yeah.
He's still talking.
and then at the very end he goes, "That's all I gotta say about that." I go, what did you say?
And the thing is, the like we're doing this with Audacity. No one at home's gonna know what's going on.
Oh, that's true. We shouldn't have brought it up.
Would you?
But it was
You're
so
still recording
funny.
this with OBS?
No,
aren't
you
Yeah.
should you should cut
Okay,
out
yeah,
his
so-
audio on his part so that they know.
It'd be like a really like Discord kind of faded out almost. But if I edit it would just be a hard cut.
I'm doing the podcast from a bungee jump cord.
Oh,
Let me tell you about Bethesda and Todd Howard and why I hate everything about it.
like there are some aspects Skyrim really hit on the head that were
Yeah.
really good when it came to like role playing. Like one of my favorite quests, even though it's so short, was what was it? It was like Blood on Ice. It was the serial killer in Windhelm.
yeah.
That was
That's a good
so cool the first time I
There's
found
like
out about it, and I was like, what the fuck?
really cool
Yeah,
quests in that
and they're
game.
so tiny
and the
too.
rest are garbage.
And like they do have those like occasional moments where they're like, man, this is like really good role play. It's mystery, like the fact that you had to fucking sneak into the house and like investigate it. The first time I did that, I was fucking like shaking, dog. I had chills. I was so spooked.
I mean,
I
there's
was
some-
terrified there was gonna be a jump scare or something. And then
there's
like
some
you
cool
fucking
stuff
go
in
to
that game.
Fallout 4, and then not to spoil anything,
It came out in 2015.
No,
Yeah.
let's
Alright,
spoil
fucking-
Fallout 4 for the one
I-
person who hasn't played it.
I didn't play Fallout 4 for a very long time, and then I started playing it earlier this year, and then I played a ton of it, and I kind of did the main storyline. I'm still like halfway through with it because I just kind of fucked
worry
off
about
and did whatever I wanted. But so fucking going through Kellogg's storyline where you had to fucking go through his memories and you had to like
That was cool.
It was cool,
was-
but it was fucking so mind-numbingly boring
Yeah,
that you had to
yeah.
sit there and listen to each character talk. I was like, come the fuck on, please hurry up.
Yeah.
See, I like that because I like the backstory, but I'm the kind of person that like stopped and read all the stupid things going up the mountain in Skyrim.
Yeah.
And like reads because I thought that was cool.
That's where Bethesda really does excel, is with just like world building and lore. But
they've got
Yeah.
great world building, but they don't apply it. They all.
No,
I mean,
you know
they
where all
have-
the world building is. You know where all the world building is? It's in the books. It's in the books and on the computers.
Right.
That's what it
I
is.
think, my personal opinion, Kellogg's fucking backstory, as cool as it was and as like in-depth as it was, so you got to know him a little bit better, it felt too long.
Oh,
Like, it
definitely.
was
well,
so long.
see, I felt like the opposite. I felt like Kellogg was a really cool character that just like had no screen time at all. He was just
Yeah,
like a
it would
wasted
have been
character
cooler if
because
you
he
didn't
was-
like kill him right away.
Yeah, he
basically,
was a really
if he
cool
was the big
character.
bad of the game, he
Where-
would have been a lot more interesting.
I expected he was going to be.
It's Jason Statham, and he's just a cool boy. And they just were like, okay, hey, he's got this really cool backstory, you know, even if some people
And
thought
then
it
you
was
kill him
mind-numbingly
in like
boring.
the second mission.
And now it's time for you to kill him right away.
Yeah, no, it
Um,
would have been a lot cooler if they went more in depth with his character.
Yeah.
Instead of
Well,
going
I-
to the Institute. And I stopped playing after I killed the basically the Terminator guy that shows up and he's like, I have a chip in my brain that'll teleport you to the Institute.
So you haven't finished the game?
I haven't finished the main storyline at all.
You're
I
like
think
right
I
there.
I feel like I vaguely know the ending. Is it alright if I take a guess?
Yeah.
Alright.
Everyone
Isn't it
dies.
like your son is the leader of the Institute or something? or your son is in the institute.
Wait, do you want to know the answer?
Like an old man.
Yeah, are you asking this to
I remember
know the
seeing
answer?
a clip from fucking like your son's dead because I remember that from Monster Factory where he's the ghost.
The ghost son, yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought I remembered seeing a clip where it's like there's a super old man and then the protagonist is like talking to him like not in a way that strangers would talk. So I assume the old man is your son. I assume it's.
But
do you want to know the answer to that question? Is the question?
Because if I'm right, then
yes,
that's exactly.
All right, there we go.
He's the son, but old.
Yep.
Old son.
Yeah.
My old boy.
I would the thing with the stuff was like it was supposed to do the magic where it made it look like your character kind of.
Yeah, and then
the son was supposed to look like your character. I want to know what the final Pam's
God.
So
old man son looked like.
Is the old man
and
like
Trash Hulk? Oh my god!
Does the old man also look like your child? Because I remember the baby, and then the child version looked completely different. Because I chose like a random generic like default for the male, and it was a black guy, and so there was like.
Of course.
There was a darker skinned baby, and then the child was super light skinned, and I was like, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Well, the institute doesn't like to make people of color. That's actually that's not even true. Some of the synths are dark.
You know what I'm so upset about? I'm so angry. And I was heartbroken when I fucking found this out. That Nick Valentine isn't romanceable. I was so
He's a
upset.
fucking
No,
robot.
not without mods.
You trying to fuck a robot?
I would absolutely fuck a robot.
I would too. We've already talked about this on the podcast as well. I'd fuck a robot.
Exactly. Like, and Nick Valentine is hands down one of the best companions that you can have. Because he's
honestly, I think he's the best character in the game.
Yeah, he's such a good character. And I even went through like his entire fucking like I killed the guy that killed his former self's wife or whatever.
Mm-hmm. His question is just fucking. His storyline. I like the plot behind his storyline. It's fucking boring.
And I was so sad that I couldn't fucking like marry the guy after I killed his.
Well, he does already have
archenemy.
A wife or girlfriend or whatever.
She's
a waifu.
His wife's dead. And
no,
the
there's that one chick
that...
at the Valentine's detective agency.
No, that's just his assistant.
That's just his assistant.
Yeah, sure.
I am
Are you telling?
sure
You're telling me
Nick
he doesn't
Valentine.
fuck her?
I would absolutely steal Nick Valentine from that bitch. And then I was like, I don't know, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck else is next? Because I was so salty, and then I saw like fucking what's his face? He's the leader of the good.
Hancock?
The Google Boys?
Yeah, Hancock. And I was like, I don't know, he seems like an asshole. And he's a ghoul. Nothing against ghouls. Their eyes freak me out. Something about their eyes. Their skin is fine. It's their eyes.
Their skin is fine?
Yeah, whatever. Their eyes. I don't know
Fallout
what it
4
is.
had the weirdest like 50-50 on cool characters. Like either the character was really cool or they were just like a tin can with a face drawn on it. There was no middle ground because there were a lot of really cool characters in that game. There's a lot of like just Bethesda games where the characters are just like, it was either tin can or really awesome.
In your playthroughs, do people's clothes ever accidentally fall off?
No.
Oh, all right.
What?
No.
People tend to get naked.
People just kind of accidentally get naked sometimes, but that's the game for me.
As you do.
It's so isolated.
It might be the mods I have, but it's definitely not.
Is one of your mods?
I mean, I always install a nudity mod every time.
Yeah.
But
see,
for immersion though,
Fallout. I don't have any mods for Fallout 4 at all.
You should get some.
Remember, I did way back yonder. I did a short, brief Let's Play of Fallout 4, and I forgot I had a nudie mod turned on until I took the clothes off somebody.
Oh my god!
There's like a solid cut if you go back and watch like the first episode of that series. I did. There's a cut, and I went to loot somebody, and I came back, and I'm like, game crashed, and in reality that was because I cut the recording and uninstalled the mod. Because I forgot I had that on, and somewhere I've got the recording where it's just like, gonna loot the. Oh, those are some boobs. Need to correct that.
What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, fucking the Brotherhood of Steel.
It's garbage.
Garbage.
I never sided
Garbage
with them
boys.
because I don't agree with them. I don't agree with killing synths. I'm like, whatever, synths, they're fine.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with the Institute. I don't agree with the Brotherhood of Steel. But the Brotherhood of Steel guy is so hot, and it upsets me.
You like Buzz Lightyear?
I hated all the factions in that game.
Yeah, I did too.
Wasn't
Legitimately.
like the Minutemen like the best one you could do because you
Pretty
got
much.
to
I only
control
went
it?
with the Minutemen because
I like the
I
outfit.
accidentally got so far into their quest line that I couldn't side with another.
Yeah.
Couldn't side with anyone else.
I like the general's outfit, which is why I chose the Minutemen.
Yeah, that was also the other reason, is I enjoyed being the general. Because it was so out of place going through the Institute.
What is the guy's name? Brother Dan?
Dance?
Brother Dan.
Dance?
Brother.
What is it?
Hey, brother, it's me, Dan.
Dance? Fallout 4? Oh,
It's Dance. Paladin Dance.
Paladin Dance, thank you.
I know these things. I
He's,
hate the game so much that I know everything about it.
I don't know if you guys went to the end of that. I don't know if you want me to spoil it for you, because I know the ending to the Brotherhood of Steel.
The end of
I'm
Dances?
sure I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what it is. I
So
know
it's
what
fine
the end
if
of it,
we
but
talk
it's
about
cool.
it?
It's a 2-year-old, 3-year-old game. Yeah.
Yes, true.
He's
I don't know.
he's a
I always,
synth.
yeah, he's
Dance
a
is a
synth, and then
synth.
like you have to kill him, or you don't kill him, and then somebody else kills him, or you don't kill him, and then you have to kill the person that would kill him. And he's the leader of the Brotherhood. I almost called it the Dark Brotherhood.
He's got a cool coat that you can take though, and I really like the coat.
It's true. And Brother Dance.
I killed him just so I did my Brotherhood playthrough. I killed him just so I could take the coat.
Paladin
So I wanted his
Dance
coat.
is just
Give
a
me a
very
coat.
attractive man.
I always like to try to fuck Piper.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
That's-
fair.
that's really the only one that's worth going. I
I
haven't
feel
done
like
a playthrough where I
Piper
haven't.
is a little too rowdy.
She's a
for
little
me.
too independent. I like my women a little more tame.
Yeah.
A little more like, yes, sir.
Yes.
Wow.
I think women belong at home, not out for important.
She strikes me as the kind. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
She
go down
seems
that
like the
road, but
type
anyway.
who try to tie me up.
Yeah, I was going a slightly different direction with that, but yeah, I agree.
She seems like the person that would like
She's a
whips.
top.
She's like, you
but
like
she
pegging,
likes to
right?
whip
You're
'em."
gonna.
Yeah, that's where I was going. She's the type with the strap on that you just kind of gotta be like, yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's just yeah.
But
sure,
she is
we'll do
very
it.
Let's just
attractive.
pump the brakes there.
Because I always play as a woman, Piper's always super gay. Which honestly,
Hell yeah.
I think fits, quite frankly.
Oh yeah, like Piper just seems like not to
She's a lesbian.
stereotype or anything, but she seems like just a gigantic lesbian.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say she's a giant dyke.
No, I
which-
don't like that.
I know.
word.
I figured you wouldn't, which is why I thought it'd be funny if you said that.
Eh. Did I ever tell you guys about the fucking like I've had a bad history with that word because people will casually use it either not
Funny.
knowing that I do in fact like women as well, so it applies to me in like a derogatory manner. Also, my dad called me a dyke one time.
I think you mentioned that. It's a funny word.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard this story before.
I think it's unfortunate that some words
We've
have
reached
bad
that point.
connotations because I like some words so
Yeah.
much. I love the N word.
It's a good
I just hate
word.
that.
I
I just
love
hate
words.
that
Oh.
it's associated with so much horrible. But it's like if it just was like equal to like noodle and bubble, be great.
Bubble. God, I wish I had my Twitter back.
just want Twitter. I miss Twitter. What's so? I haven't used Twitter in like 2 weeks before today. What's so special about?
What is
fucking
Twitter?
I don't know. I don't use Twitter. Like I scan through it maybe once a day, but the fact that I can't hurts. And that's the thing. Like I had it and I didn't use it often, but the fact that it's taken away from me makes me want it even more.
Yeah, see, it's like I realized something the other day. I was sitting there like at lunch or whatever, and I just pulled out my phone and I went through Twitter and I just started scrolling. I literally didn't read a single thing. Was just scrolling.
scroll.
That's all I was doing. I scrolled and I stopped and was like, "What am I doing
I've got a
here?
problem.
I'm not reading this. I don't care about 90% of what's on this feed. Like I'm just looking through it now. Most of this, for some reason, is encouraging people to vote in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that.
Like a lot of this, there's Trump. It's just a lot of retweets and stupid stuff from people I really just don't really care about.
yeah, I really gotta go through and clean up who I'm following.
I do too, because I'm literally scrolling through this and it's like a lot of for some reason I went through a period where I followed like a bunch of celebrities. I don't know why, because I do not care what they are
Yeah,
doing.
I have the same issue.
I went with, like a lot of people from Rooster Teeth that just all they do is retweet stuff that I really do not care about.
Right.
I just honest to God do not care. about any of what they have to retweet or have followed them at all. There's like a couple dumb comics. Like, I'm trying to scroll through my Twitter right now to find anything.
I think the best people to
that I
follow are
remotely care
writers
about.
and comics.
Yeah.
Like
I follow a bunch of comedians.
It's like, if you're not... basically, I mean, I only use Twitter for the memes and the lols anyway. And if there's not funny
Yeah,
shit, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, I've scrolled down like probably 3 little loading things, and I'm yet to find like any meaningful tweet that I actually care about. And it's like, I don't use Twitter anymore because I have no really real reason to use it since I just stopped communicating with the internet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we noticed. Tim noticed.
Which is... It's wonderful. This is great. Like, really the only social media I use anymore is Reddit, and it's wonderful.
Are you one of these people who's really mad about the redesign?
I am. I tweeted about it the other day, actually. Coming full circle. Yeah, I accidentally got onto it the other day, and I don't like it. Not a big fan. I like the boring, simple design, but I mostly use it on my phone nowadays, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, I think maybe that's why I don't mind it too much, because I've been using it on my phone for so long that it's like, it's similar now on desktop as well, so I'm like, whatever.
Well, I use Reddit as fun on my phone, which is pretty much the exact same.
That's where I have my alternative account logged in.
Oh. See, I like Reddit as fun because it's pretty much the same as normal Reddit, just on my phone. But, like, the redesign on the website I accidentally went on to, it's just atrocious, and I don't like it. Everything's trying to become a mobile site nowadays. Everything needs to look like mobile, and I hate it.
So, girls, what do we think about Fallout 76?
Okay, yeah, let's come full circle and talk about Fallout 76. It's supposed to be an all-new Fallout experience that's completely different than everything else.
Allegedly multiplayer.
A lot of people are saying it's going to be an MMO.
If people are saying, or if what people are saying are true, and it's going to be similar to Ark or Rust, I'm not going to like it. I would much rather have it be like, oh, me and a bunch of friends can build up this world just ourselves. Like, nobody else
you can
can
play
join.
Ark with one or two other people.
I've never played Ark.
What's
so.
irritating me is that there was like one executive, I don't even know who it was, somebody from Bethesda was just casually on Twitter like, yeah, it's going to be completely different. Didn't mention in any way, shape, or form what ways it's going to be different. I have seen literally every kind of speculation as to what this game is going to be. It's like I've seen people say it's going to be like Sims.
Jason Schreier at Kotaku he's kind of, he's a
Kotaku
he's a big boy over there, and I think he knows some people, and he's kind of hinted that it's a multiplayer type thing, which I think is probably what a lot of people are basing their shit off of.
Because like Elder Scrolls Online, I enjoyed. I thought it was a good game. Yeah, I did enjoy it.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun with it. It's the first time I've had fun with a Bethesda game in a while, but it wasn't like a...
With Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
ESO.
what the hell's wrong with you?
It was a fun game. I liked it. It was different.
Really, they're fucking dumb and boring.
But I like MMOs, though.
Do you?
I gotta lie, that was complete ass. It was not what I was thinking when I bought it and downloaded.
Yeah, that's what
because basically what I'm
13
hoping,
hours.
I'm hoping Fallout 76 is something that basically does, I think, kind of like what you guys were just saying, that it's like you can play a Fallout game with your friends. That's
that's
all I
want it to
Multiplayer
still be
co-op.
like really story driven, you know?
I mean, yeah, as story driven as Bethesda games are.
As possible.
Yeah, it's like, but if it's just like, like DayZ or Ark or Rust or whatever, where it's just like, yeah, go in,
an open world where you're dicking around.
be a survival game, meh. It's like, nah, no.
And then it's just gonna be boring.
Yeah.
Because this is supposed to be like the speculation. Well, not the speculation. This is confirmed what it is through the lore. Is it's like the earliest Fallout game. It's supposed to take place like 20 years after the bombs drop.
Yeah, which is why I think a lot of
big
people are
thing.
thinking it's probably gonna be like a survival type game.
because this isn't gonna be like we go into the world and everything's established.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, hey, we're the first people to come out after the apocalypse.
And it's like, I hope if it's gonna be a
lot.
lot of building and shit that they've refined the building, because
Yeah.
Fallout 4's building is really kind of unless you mod the fuck out of
It's-
it.
Yeah.
It's hot garbage. I hope whatever they do, they just get rid of the voice acting. I hated it.
Oh, so you don't want a voice
Get
protagonist?
voice
No,
acting.
they
No, I
they
don't.
wouldn't
I
do that
hated
if it was multiplayer
Hated
anyway.
it. Yeah, it's stupid. So I hope they did away with that.
I didn't really realize it at the time. That was one of like the dumbest decisions they could have made. Making
Oh no,
the
I
voice
realized that as soon as
protagonist.
they fucking announced it. It was
Yeah.
terrible. It was stupid. I hate it.
And I know they wanted to do it just for like the cinematic scenes.
Yeah, but the game Bethesda doesn't do cinematics.
Yeah, well, it's
I
like
know.
if they were gonna
They
start doing
tried.
cinematics, they should have had like proper cutscenes that
Yeah.
other NPCs couldn't walk through. You know?
Yeah, it's just like, this really deep scene with fucking Joe in the background eating his hamburger, walking
If
through.
you like fucking accidentally move your mouse, you're immediately disconnected from the entire conversation.
Yeah. Oh, that
That
drives me
pissed me off.
crazy. Oh, I
That pissed
fucking
me
hate
off
that.
so much
My
because it
favorite part about
happened
that was-
during Kellogg's fight, and then he immediately attacked me, and I was like, "You've got to be fucking
You know what my
kidding
favorite
me."
thing about that is? I remember the E3 press conference when they first announced Fallout 4. They were talking that up as such a cool feature. Like, you can walk around during the dialogue. What they didn't mention is, like, that completely derails everything.
Yeah, they're like, hey, pay attention.
It sucks.
It's horrible, and the cinematics are so poorly done in that game that it's like they tried, but they just
And
didn't.
seeing that it looks like it's gonna be more of like the Fallout 4 engine, like it might as well. Again, like New Vegas with Fallout 3, it's like, oh my god, is it gonna be the exact same thing? Is like any
I would
cutscenes are
be
gonna be
fine
like that?
with it if they made it more just go back to, it's stupid. Just make it a traditional Bethesda game where you're just standing there staring at a dude with a blurry black back screen.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, a lot of RPGs do that kind of thing.
Yeah, just do that.
And it's like,
fine.
if
You
you're
don't
not
need
gonna
to be
do
cinematic
that,
anything.
then you need to go full Witcher 3 and make it like really
Yeah.
well crafted.
There should be no middle ground. Bethesda games, it's they're meant to be shallow
Well,
and broad.
they're not. I mean,
that's
they're not,
all they're supposed
that's-
to
I don't
be.
think they're meant to be, but they are, and that actually might be what benefits Fallout
Bethesda
76.
it's a weird thing to say. Bethesda has cornered the market on that and done very, very well in it, and that's okay. You know what?
Yeah.
That's fine by me, because you know what? I keep buying their garbage games. I keep ranting about how much I hate the company, but guess what? When we get done with this, I kind of want to launch Fallout 4.
I
was-
also
I was
kind of want to
thinking
fucking play Fallout
the
4
exact
now.
same thing.
So you know what, Todd Howard, you win.
The biggest disappointment I had from seeing the fucking Fallout 76 trailer was the fact that they were releasing another Fallout game and not fucking Elder Scrolls 6. I want
Or
a new
are
Elder
they?
Scrolls
Like
game
last year
so
that they
much.
hadn't even started Elder Scrolls 6.
Allegedly.
But I heard
listen,
that a few years ago.
Listen, E3's coming around. They've been teasing something really big. We don't know for sure Elder Scrolls 6 isn't coming out.
That's true. But it's
But
just
they're
it's been
also working on 2
7
new IPs.
years.
Allegedly. We don't know.
Allegedly.
This is the thing. This would be a smart thing, and this is the thing I hope they're doing. I hope that it's all misleading, and they're gonna
I do
totally
too.
fucking rock our world next weekend.
It's what's gonna be? It's
They
gonna be
might.
it's gonna be Skyrim for mobile. It's gonna go on your
No,
phone. And
please.
you're gonna be able to take it everywhere.
Hopefully,
Fucking
Todd Howard-
Skyrim.
Todd
No!
Howard,
Skyrim
Oh,
Pip-Boy
no!
edition.
wants you to suckle.
Oh no!
Just
What
suckle.
if Fallout 76 is gonna be a fucking Fallout Battle Royale? It's gonna be one of those games.
oh my god.
That did
Fallout
cross
Oh
my
Jesus,
mind.
I could
That
I could
did
totally
cross-
see it.
Oh god.
That would be
Fallout
disgusting.
Seeing
Fortnite.
how quickly,
Jesus.
actually, speaking of Fortnite, seeing how quickly Fortnite got a battle royale, I could totally see Bethesda being like, "Hey, Fallout battle royale."
We want to make money.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Oh god, that would be no. I'm
Battle
done.
Royale.
I'm sick of battle royale games.
Yeah, Bethesda's. Luckily, Bethesda, I have a little glimmer of faith in them still, because they're usually not the company that hops on the trend wagon, but they've really been chasing the Coke bucket lately, trying to keep that sucker full. So you
Oh,
never
my
know.
Yeah, I
I
just
just
to see.
I really want Elder Scrolls 6 because I never got to get into it. Like I never played Oblivion or Morrowind.
Oblivion
Would-
was a garbage game in its own right, but it
I
had
heard
some
Morrowind was like
wonderful- it
one
was-
of the better ones, like one
Yeah.
of the best ones.
Well,
if not.
Elder Scrolls has slowly gone downhill in its own right, where it's been like they've all been the same garbage game, but the lore
Yeah.
has just gotten more and more dumbed down. Because like Morrowind, everything was super super detailed, and Oblivion, everything was like a little less detailed, but it's still survivable. And Skyrim,
Jesus.
Skyrim was I had a stroke. Skyrim was just like go kill 4 bears.
yeah.
Don't ask why. They're annoying me.
Still managed to get a 7 out of 10 though.
Yes,
that
and
it?
the game is just we all love Skyrim.
I don't-
It's
I
the
don't love
perfect
Skyrim.
I
baby
mean, I
game.
love it.
It's the perfect game, and Todd Howard should never be questioned. But
I tolerate Skyrim, and I get addicted here and there, but I don't like it.
No, I still am.
It's a garbage game, and I recognize it as a garbage game, but I
Yeah.
still love it. It's like heroin.
Exactly. Like I recognize Fallout 4 and Skyrim. They're not as good games as they could be, and they're not as good games as like The Witcher 3 or like
It's
fucking
garbage.
basically any other game. They're bad games, but I still love them. Like
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much, and I don't know why.
I hate these games with passion. They're terrible, not good games. They've got issues. I should not like them in any way, shape, or form. But you know what? It's like heroin. You know, you just do it once, and you're like, all right, another 200 hours of this.
It's time consuming, but I at least find it enjoyable since I'm mostly bored most of the time and I want something to do. So,
Yeah.
It's a little
go kill dragons.
Yeah.
Speaking of being bored all the time, I'm gonna segue this into another topic, so we're not gonna continue on a Bethesda rant for like ever. I haven't been able to play video games so much, and it's saddening. I hate it. I love playing video games because I have work now, and work is terrible.
It is.
Like,
it's not a fun rabbit hole to go down.
I would assume it would have been like the fact that I have to work for blah, blah, blah hours. Like, I assumed it would have been the work itself that annoys me. It's not. It's the customers. I hate customers so much.
It makes it even better when you're in a position that's like not to where it's literally to where you cannot help customers. You do not have a choice, and they just get mad at you.
You're like, what? You're like not allowed to?
Well, I work retail IT. I cannot ring people up. When you tell people,
okay.
yes, I have a name tag for this store, but I cannot ring you up. It's just such an insult on their home and family.
Yeah.
It's horrible. But yeah, people are horrible. I hate people.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, people suck.
One of the funniest things that happened, and I tried so hard not to fucking break out into laughter in front of one of my managers. Like, and there was a lady that came up, and apparently she's a regular. She's the first. This was the first time I ever had her as a customer. Thank fucking God I was on cash register and not bagging. It was Sunday, and Sundays are always super, super busy because I work at a grocery store and everybody likes to do their grocery shopping at Sundays. And so we had a bunch of managers, we had a bunch of center store people helping bag while all the front end people were on cash register. And so this lady comes up, she's like, all right, I want my groceries in paper bags. And I was like, cool, we can do that. And then she was like, and the paper bags are in plastic. And we were like, hold on. I was like, hold on, you mean you want paper in plastic? And she was like, yes. And I was like, all right, Josh, she wants paper in plastic.
Sorry, you're not right.
Yeah.
Bye.
It gets even.
Would you like your bags in a bag today?
It gets even fucking better because there was like an issue with the transaction. We have a thing called My Rewards, which like saves money at the end of every fiscal quarter. And so fucking she accidentally put her PIN number in for where we have to enter your phone number for My Hannaford Rewards, and she was like, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of it? And then Josh, the manager, he was like, oh, you hit the red button. And she was like, the pink one? And then Josh was like, no, the red one. And she was like, I don't see a red button. And then Josh said, while walking over to like the fucking machine that she was working, he said, it's the button that's red. And I almost fucking died from laughter. And I tried so hard to keep it contained because I would have been fucking yelled at if I started bursting out of laughter from how like I just don't get how people's brains work.
See, there's something, and this is something people that haven't worked in retail in any kind don't get to experience, and I think everyone should get to experience it once, is the fact that when people walk into retail stores, they just turn their brains off.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Like, okay, so right now we're in the wonderful process in this company of transitioning to chip readers 5 years after chip came out.
Yeah.
So a vast majority of our stores do not have chip readers in them. Therefore, there are little blue cards that stick out the chip reader that say, yo, dog, we do not have chip readers. Mm-hmm. Can't put your card in here, gotta slide.
No, people try sliding it all the time. My work. No, it's
my favorite thing is
chip.
I stood there at a register the other day and I watched this old woman and she took her card and she tried to put it on top of that little blue card that said, no, can't do that. And I said, ma'am, we don't have chip yet. And she goes, oh, well, y'all should really put something in there to notify people. And I pulled the card out.
God.
And I held it up and I said, this card says there is no chip. And she said, oh, well, y'all should make that a little bit more visible. And it's stuck in the fucking
what
chip
the
reader.
fuck
And
do
I'm
you
like,
want?
I'm trying to stay super like nice outward toward the customers because when I'm being, it hurts the stores apparently. I was like holding this like gritted teeth smile. I'm just like, slide your card, please, so I can go on about my days. And the lady who was ringing her was just like, you handled that much better than I would have. And it's like, people fucking stupid.
As I'm rethinking everything I was saying, hey, can you like bleep out the name of the store that I work at?
Oh, yeah.
Just in case, because it's like, it's not a large chain, so if they find out that their employee was laughing at a customer, I don't think they'll be too happy about it.
And his name was John Cena.
Do.
You gotta bleep out that name too.
Yeah. Who knows what we just said? It's a mystery.
No.
So yeah, just retail sucks.
It does.
It
It's-
really does.
I
It's
get
not
paid
great.
so much, and this is one of the painful things. I don't get paid until Wednesdays. Every Wednesday I
must
get
suck.
paid, which is
That must
nice.
suck.
Every Wednesday?
But
Get paid
Every-
every week.
every Wednesday I get paid,
Jesus.
and so they tease me every Tuesday by putting a little pending for my paycheck. They put pending because they haven't actually submitted it yet, but they're like, here, this is how much you would earn if we would give you your money right now.
Oh,
Right
mine
away.
does that. Our paychecks go out on Friday, and mine does that on Wednesday, so I have to stare at it for 2
no.
days.
Yeah, but I fucking
Like, I might have that money in my bank account in 2 days.
I checked
Gonna be
my
great.
bank account because I was like, oh, I don't know how much money I have in it because I just bought something yesterday and I just wanted to check. And I saw, and it says fucking $255 that's gonna be in my bank account by tomorrow, and I really want it. I really want it so bad.
I want money. What the fuck?
You should try getting a job.
I
Go
have
retail
tried
so
getting
you
a
can
job.
learn.
No one wants me. I'm not qualified to put people's fucking dog toys on a shelf, or fucking give people nachos, or fucking yeah. I can't. Also, like the Sears I worked at is closing, so I couldn't even go back there if I wanted to, because it's a shit company and they're going away.
I mean, yeah, Sears is. I went into a Sears the other day,
Sorry to
and
hear
I've
that.
never seen a more depressed group of people in my entire life. I saw a dude trying to hang himself in the tools department, and it was bad.
I believe it. Oh, I
It's-
believe it. 100%.
I've never you walk in the door and everyone's just like, "Hey, welcome to Sears."
Oh yeah, I would
Hey,
like.
please kill
I would
me.
avoid eye contact with people as often as I could. I would stare at the floor and walk in
Oh.
circles for hours.
It also reminded me. I got to know how scary my customer service or my customer service voice, because I didn't realize that I do it. I get super high pitched and I try to be super nice. I'm like, "Hi, welcome to store name. Did you find everything all right?" And I talk like that the entire duration, and I have to do an entire spiel of things whenever I'm cashiering.
I hate spiels.
And so I'll be like, say they got, meats. So I always have to ask the customer, I'm like, "Oh, would you like your meats pre-wrapped today?" And then if they say yes, I fucking turn to the bagger and I'm like, "They want pre-wraps on their meat." So
They want pre-wrap.
my voice drops. Yeah, my voice drops, and then I go back to talking to them in my super high-pitched voice. I don't know why I do it.
See that's a problem I've noticed about me is I have two voices. I have this, which is just like a plain normal voice, and the rest of the time it's a southern drawl. And it's bad.
I like to imagine
someone pointed it out to me.
You show up at whatever
when I'm
store,
on-
you kick down the door, and you're like, "Howdy, y'all!
Well, no,
Here
it's
to
like
fix your registers. Yeehaw!"
I was talking to somebody on the
Yippee.
phone, and I was just like, "Yeah, I'll get it done. I'll take care of it. Yeah." And then one of my managers walked up and was asking me a question, and I was just like, "Yeah, I think I can go take a look at that, see what's going on with it." And then I cut back, and the dude on the phone was like, "Jesus Christ!"
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Oh my god.
Well, what'd you
Yeah,
say?
it gets bad to where I'm just like, "Hey, y'all."
Hey, yo.
You
It's
want
like-
some butter?
Blank that out. It's like levels of southern drawl. Blank out that name,
Of
please.
course.
And it's bad. People start pointing it out to me. And
Hey, man,
just
you're real
scares
southern.
me.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just like,
You're more
yeah.
southern than all.
Because I'll be on the phone. And it's like, yes, I'll take care of that. I'll go ahead. I'll
Yes,
order that
sir.
router or whatever. And I turn around and it's like, so the register order is broken because somebody screwed the hard drive up on it. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna take it off the floor. I'm gonna take it back to my office. And I'm gonna put it back together there. All right. All right, good.
Alright.
See y'all later.
And then you
Yeah.
and then
Sure,
you put on your
I'm-
cowboy boots and your cowboy hat and you walk down with your spurs
And you get your
I got on my
lasso.
horse and I rode it into the
and you
sunset.
spit into a
Oh my
bucket
god.
and you shoot somebody with a Colt Python 45 something
Yeah.
guns.
That's it's exactly how it is. No, it's like it's horrible because it varies day to day. The weird voice, and it's horrible. And I never noticed it till someone pointed it out to me a month or two ago. And now I'm very self conscious of it, so it changes all the time. Because when I catch myself, I'll just be like mid sentence, like, yeah, I can take care of that. I'll get that fixed. For you.
Why are you so
right away,
about your
okie dokie.
voice? I mean,
Well, if it's
it's
changing, it's
bad.
weird.
Yeah, and people, it's weird. And that's just something I noticed about myself recently. It gets worse when I'm talking to people with a very heavy Southern accent. And I feel like I'm mocking them. Just like today, I was at the car dealership, or I was at the dealership getting my work van serviced, and I was just talking to the car dude, Jim Carr,
howdy,
Car
y'all.
guy.
and he's got a very Southern accent, and I was just caught myself getting worse and worse, and I'm like, oh god,
I'm
I don't
slipping.
wanna change
I'm
it 'cause I don't-
slipping. Yeah.
up and down this wild ride. It gets so bad. It gets like wash the winders bad. It's scary.
Worse than
Go wash your winders.
I think it's weird. There's some people up here that say "warsh," and they're like,
worse.
yeah, like my grandma used to say that. She'd be like, "Oh, I gotta go wash some clothes, not clothes, but
Worse.
washing,
Wash the clothes.
wash the clothes."
That's so weird. I don't
Go
like that.
wash. Yeah, it's just,
Wash.
it's
You gotta like
weird.
do it.
Where's that R
entirely
coming
in a
from?
Southern
That's
accent.
what what are you doing?
Wash. What?
What is it? What is it? Where does the R?
I don't know.
Oh, that just reminded me. How do you guys pronounce
No.
this word?
Both.
Both.
Okay.
You're looking for somebody to say both. Aren't
Yeah,
you?
you little
Exactly.
bitch.
There's
I've got
some
a buddy
people
of
that
mine that does
fucking
that.
put an L in it for no reason, and I don't know why.
Balls.
And it really bothers me. Both.
Both.
They'll say
Both.
both.
I think
Also-
I might say both.
I was-
actually.
I was thinking about that today with the word forward, because like it's either forward or forward.
I would
Like
say
how-
forward.
Wait,
Yeah, I know some people that say it forward.
forward.
Yeah,
gonna
alright,
go
I can see
forward.
that. Oh,
Go
there's
forward
like
with it.
so many dialect things. Like my friend who lived in the South for
In a South.
no, in the
Just
South.
one of them.
Well, I mean, she lived in Florida, so it wasn't the South. She was just South.
Yeah.
That's
She
beyond south.
was born in North Carolina, and then she moved to Florida, and then she moved up to Maine. So like half of her life she spent in the general South, and so she like fucking she says a ton of things so different. Like she says crayon as crayon, and she
I
says
say
Yeah.
crayon.
caramel as caramel,
Caramel.
and she fucking
Caramel
says
is the way
yeah,
it's
she says
pronounced,
caramel.
first
No,
of
it's
all.
caramel.
Yeah.
Caramel.
And then
Caramel.
she also pronounces, not pronounces, it's just a dialect thing. She doesn't call sneakers sneakers. She calls every single sneaker a tennis shoe.
That's
I
that's we
don't
do that
get
here as
why.
well. Yeah.
Tennis shoe is
Why?
the correct nomenclature.
They're sneakers.
They're tennis shoes. I have never snuck in sneakers. I have tennised in tennis
Another
shoes.
alternative is just tennies as well.
Yeah, tennis is a
Tennies?
good one. I haven't heard that one in a while. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I forgot about
that's
that
what my
one.
grandma always says.
Is it
Yeah.
it just the New England thing to call them sneakers then?
No.
New England does a lot of things
But-
wrong.
New England does, because I know some people, I know especially in Massachusetts, instead of water fountains, they'll call them bubblers.
That's weird.
Or fountain.
See, bubbler sounds a lot better though. I like
It's
that.
cool though. It is fun. It is funny
It sounds
to.
a lot more fun than it actually is, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
Like,
Like
it's
if
not
someone's
just
like,
a
"You want
nasty
the
thing people
bubbler?"
wrap
I'm like,
their
"Oh
lips
fuck!
around.
Does he have like a machine that has like bubbles?" It's like, nope, it's just a dirty
no,
water
it's just
fountain.
a water fountain.
It's just a nasty, gross water
That
fountain.
some other fuck is like licked.
I don't know what the other names for it. I only know what I call it. It's called a roundabout, where you like go in a circle.
I've heard
Apparently,
some
there.
people, like roundabout I think is normal, but I heard a lot of people, since they've introduced them in the South now, people call them traffic circles, which I think is stupid.
Yeah, it is
Roundabout-
stupid. Roundabout is so much better.
Yeah. I love how my favorite thing is like they put one in down the road from my house, and like for the first month they put it in, I passed a lot of time just by going up there, parking off to the side of the road, and watching people try to figure out how to use it.
It's
Because
confusing.
people
okay?
do not. I saw people drive through the middle of it. I saw people just come to dead stop. People don't know how to use roundabouts. I love them. I'm all
I don't
for
know how you
them. I
did
think
it
just
straight. I mean, just stay within the lines, and it'll
just
kinda,
people
it'll
just
kinda work
people
itself
do
out.
not understand them. It's like these big rednecks and their lifted trucks. They're just like, can't figure this one out. Let's drive through the middle of it, and they had to put up poles to keep people from driving through the middle of it because it was tearing up the grass.
Wait, they went through the grass?
Yeah, there's like in the
Come
middle, like of
on,
the circle,
like-
there's grass.
Yeah,
And they just
people
try-
are
Stay on the
idiots.
road,
They
you'll
planted a
figure it
tree.
out.
Oh.
Come on.
I found the list, the entire list
People are stupid.
of things that people typically say different depending on their region. What do you call the miniature lobster that one finds in lakes and streams? For example, a crustacean of the
Crawfish.
family.
Like a
Alright.
mussel?
No, it's like
No.
it's a little lobster. It's a crawfish. You know what it is if you saw it.
I guess I don't.
A crawdad.
I go for some
Crayfish.
right now.
I call them crayfish.
I don't feel like that's ever a word that I would ever say, so I don't know.
Well, you're in the
Yeah,
cold-
yellow is an option where it's just I have no word for this.
Oh, really?
creature.
Oh, well, yeah, that's me then.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's caramel,
Caramel.
where with two
Caramel.
syllables.
Caramel
It's
is
normally
the right pronunciation. You're wrong.
actually no, South people do say it with 3 syllables. Like caramel.
Well, people in the south
Why
are
you say
stupid,
caramel?
so-
That's one I've never heard.
Or
Yeah.
sorry, not caramel. I was reading something weird. It's caramel.
That's the second
It's
time
how
you've
I
done
pronounce
that,
it.
though.
Caramel.
Did I?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh. What? This one's weird. Hold on, I didn't know people pronounce this one differently.
Bean.
Ben.
Ben. I don't know why that is bean. Not gonna
Say
lie.
Ben,
Ben. Bean.
Oh, even Southerners pronounce it
I'm
as
having a lot
Ben,
of
not
strokes
bean.
right now. It's
Apparently
Ben.
it's a super. Let me see if I know that state. Hold on. United States map.
God.
It's one of the states that is like surrounded by the.
It's probably just like Utah.
I think it's Wyoming.
Well, does it not say
No,
it?
it's
Fucking Midwest.
no, it's
All 4 people.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Yeah, it was Wisconsin.
What do they say in Wisconsin?
Ugh.
They say E as in set, so they say
BN.
Ben.
Ben.
That's weird. E as in set.
Ben.
There's I as in sit, E as in set, and E as in C.
Bean. So it's like Ben.
This is confusing
bin,
me.
Bean.
BN?
Okay, so I guess I do Ben.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
Where
say
have you
Ben.
been?
Where have you been?
Yeah, I'm Ben.
I don't know. I use
Hi, I'm
Ben
Ben.
and Ben.
I am. We're all Ben here.
Oh, and then there's the first vowel in knife.
Bowie.
That
Yeah, Bowie.
David Bowie.
everybody
David Bowie.
yells at me
Major Tom?
because I say Bowie.
Bowie.
And you're wrong.
I say
There's
Bowie
no
knife
A.
and I say David Bowie.
What?
Or not
You're
David Bowie.
wrong.
I don't
the
know
man
why.
himself said it was Bowie.
I know. I don't know why I say it
That's
that
so
way. I pronounce them
weird.
both different ways.
You just need to give up.
And then apparently people say lawyer
Lawyer.
differently.
Lawyer?
Lawyer.
Lawyer.
The word.
Yeah, lawyer. Apparently
Oh.
people say it lawyer.
I've heard that.
Lawyer.
That sounds like
Lawyer.
a that
Like
sounds like
hard
a
pronouncing law?
northeast type of thing.
Yeah, it does.
No, it's actually a mid-south thing.
Oh, it's probably
Like,
so
not really
Texas
the
and
East
Coast?
Oklahoma.
Yeah. What words do you use to address a group of 2 or more people?
Y'all.
I don't.
Cunts.
I say
I don't know 2 or more
Basically, you
people
walk into your
to
room and go,
address.
"What's up, you bloody cunts?"
Okay, alright, this is
It's
another
like you
one.
always say in North Carolina.
Mayo.
Oh,
That's why I call it mayo.
Mayonnaise.
Okay, so
Mayonnaise.
you all say it's 3 syllables, right?
I'm more like
Mayonnaise,
mayonnaise.
yes.
Mayonnaise.
With like
Oh,
a slight
so
hint of
weird.
the third
I-
syllable, but it always gets kind of
Oh,
skipped
okay.
over.
Mayonnaisal.
I always say mayonnaise. Oh, and then there's
Mayonnaise.
pajamas.
Mayonnaise. There's what?
Pajamas.
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 I'll send a
Oh.
picture because that explains a little bit of the divide we have here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, North Carolina's not in there. What's wrong with you, or fucking the other one? Black Ops? Forgot your name for a second there.
Hey,
I
you.
don't remember my name.
You, the other one.
Oh, and then there's pecan.
Pecan.
This was done by NC State University. That's great.
Some pecan pie.
Pecan.
I do say
Some
pecan
pecans.
sometimes, but I also, whenever I'm like actually talking to people, I try my best to do pecan. What's your generic term for a sweetened carbonated beverage? I feel like
I
everybody.
think we've talked about
has
this.
the same-
Mine's pop.
Soda.
Really?
You're a
You know,
pop.
one of
pop
my
boy.
You know, one of my coworkers calls it pop as
That's
well.
how you should say it.
I really just don't.
It's the correct way.
It's a
No, it's
soda.
soda.
No, it's not soda, you pretentious
It's
cunt.
just a
Hell, even
soda.
somebody who's even further north than you agrees that it's
But
soda.
look at the map. The red stretches up to Maine, allegedly. Though I don't know if Maine actually exists.
Allegedly.
This is because it was done by a southern school.
That doesn't matter. They got they're
South
still
will
like the
rise
north,
again.
like the north middle north.
Maine
is
is
still
like the
all
south of the
same.
north, though. Let's get real.
Okay, I guess I think I probably already know the answer. Is it hot dish or casserole?
Casserole.
Casserole.
I've literally never heard anyone call it
I
hot
think
dish.
that might. I almost wonder if that's just a Minnesota thing. But we call it hot dish.
gotta
Yeah, I
be.
don't think I've ever heard hot dish.
I've
either.
never heard that, like, at all.
Yeah, I think it might just be Minnesota, so it's hot dish here.
Oh, okay. I found the whole roundabout one, and now that I don't know how to explain it other than it sounds like I'm being fake. I forgot the word that I normally use, and I say because I use roundabout and rotary interchangeably.
Rotary.
Rotary?
Yeah, and rotary is like a specific like northeast thing, like fucking Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Mass,
See,
and Connecticut
rotary,
use it.
like, out of all these different pronunciations, rotary makes sense to me for some reason. Like, I feel like I could see myself saying, yeah, just go to the rotary down there.
Yeah, it's like
Granted,
a rotary
I'll keep
phone,
calling it,
you know?
I'll keep
Just
calling it a
cross it.
roundabout because that's the right way to say it.
Does the United States change at all with the bathroom? Like, do you guys call it a restroom or a water closet or some bullshit?
I use it interchangeably. Most of the time, I just call it, like, the can or the
I
toilet.
just call
I
it the
say
shower.
restroom when it's like in a more professional setting.
Really?
I don't just
Yeah,
say, "Hey, where's the
that's-
bathroom?"
I always
yeah,
say
that's
bathroom.
really the
Call
only
it
time I do
crappa.
it. Because I can't just walk up to somebody, all business professional, and be like, where's your shitter?
Oh, and then there's also.
Syrup?
Syrup.
Ooh.
Syrup.
Syrup.
Do you say syrup?
Syrup.
I don't think this map is right because it says everybody says syrup, but I say
Yeah,
syrup.
I say syrup as
I
well.
say syrup like it's right because
There's a
America
Y in there. Why
agreed
are
on
you
it.
skipping the Y? You're just going syrup. It's syrup. It's a Y. Look at the Y, you
I
fucking
actually call it
illiterate
syrup.
cunt.
No, that says silent
It's
Y.
not silent. It's
What do you
syrup.
call? Oh no! This just
think it's-
reminded me.
I think it's quiet.
All right, I'm gonna ask this question first, and then I'm gonna ask another very controversial question that I have actually gotten to like super heated debates in class over.
Are we
First,
doing the grilled versus boiled again?
no,
Grilled.
No. I ended up getting more heated over this like upcoming question. This isn't it, but this is the thing that reminded me of it. What do you call the long sandwich that contains cold cuts, lettuce, and so on?
Sandwich.
Oh, like a Subway?
Yeah, like a sub
Yeah.
or a
A sub,
hoagie
yeah.
or hero.
If
I
I
call it
had,
a
I
sub.
would probably call it a sandwich, quite frankly. But if I had to if I had to have a subsection, I'd call it a sub.
And the question is,
A sub.
I think I've already brought this up on the on the podcast before.
You're welcome, America.
What? I missed a joke. What happened?
He said it's a subset.
Wow.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Not really.
And so the age-old question that I think I've already asked on the podcast before, or one of us has,
Let's deuce it out.
is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yeah, we had a whole topic about this, and no,
I
it's
feel
not.
like we
Yeah.
did.
I don't remember my argument, but I'm gonna say yes.
No,
I think I wholeheartedly believe a hot dog is a sandwich.
it's
I,
not.
for once, I
I don't
actually
believe
agree.
so.
I wish I could remember my previous stance on this because I feel like I've deviated, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
All right, people
I say
always.
it's I say
I would
it's
say a sandwich is between two pieces of bread, and a
That's-
bun is just like one piece of bread. So
That's what
Well,
people.
yeah, but
that's
is
what
a
people
sub a sandwich then?
Exactly. That was exactly my point. A sub is a sandwich. It's
A
it's
sub is
called a sub
conjoined,
sandwich,
so yeah.
and it's
The
just one
difference
piece of bread.
is intent.
What?
What?
You heard
What?
me. It's intent.
You
Please
can-
explain.
It's
What?
what you're expecting to go in with. You don't. You're not intending to have a sandwich when you have a hot dog. You're intending to have a sandwich when you're having a sub. Case closed. I win.
But if you
So-
consider a hot
So
dog
do
a
you
sub,
not-
if you consider a hot dog a sandwich, then you are intending to eat a sandwich. Thus,
it's
fair,
not.
far.
Exactly.
You're not.
Do you
though.
not consider a hamburger a sandwich?
A hamburger is a
I can-
no. A hamburger is a hamburger.
I consider
Exactly, I
a
don't
hamburger a
think it's a
subset
I
of
also
sandwich.
consider
Basi-
a hamburger a sandwich.
Actually, you know what?
And that's the thing.
I think this is a better way for me to explain it. I organize my life based on menus at restaurants, and you would not find a hot dog under sandwiches. I don't
That's-
Well, I'm
think.
a star restaurant where you do.
That's a very good point, and you're the only person that's made a viable I completely understand that. I completely understand your point, and
You wouldn't
I
find
don't need to
burgers in
argue
sandwiches
with you.
either. That's probably a big thing.
I've seen it. I've seen it. In
I have also
horrible
seen
tiny
burgers
little
under
diners.
sandwiches.
I have seen it. I say technically it is a sandwich,
No.
although I
Exactly.
would not say I'm gonna make me a sandwich and
Exactly.
then walk out with a hot dog.
I'm
That
all
would
about
be
the
a war crime.
technicality. I'm always saying I don't care if you're like, oh, I don't want a sandwich, I want a hot dog or whatever, and I'm like, oh, so fucking hot dog is a sandwich technically. Like, it's just technicality. I think it is a sandwich. And everybody who argues with me,
Still wrong.
everyone who argues with me tends to go along the side of the definition of a sandwich, which is a piece of meat or vegetables between two slices of bread. And so then I always pull the, well, what about a sub card? And they're like,
See,
well,
yeah,
I guess it's not a
that's my
sandwich. And then I'm like, so do you fucking consider a hamburger a sandwich, bitch?
No, I don't.
And
I
that's
consider
when
a
I
hamburger
get
a
them.
hamburger. I consider
That's
a sub
where I
a
get
sub. I
them.
consider a hot dog a hot dog. I only consider a sandwich a sandwich.
I wholeheartedly believe that hamburger is a subtype
hamburger
of
is
sandwich.
I think another
Hot
thing
dog,
is,
technically,
if you were to
it's
ask,
like- it's
if you were to
like- hot
ask
dog
a
is like
child
the
to draw a
adopted
sandwich, they would
child
never, ever in
of
a
the
million
sandwich
years
family.
think to draw a hot dog.
I'm gonna start doing that. If somebody ever tells me to draw a sandwich, I'm gonna be like, too fucking bad, bud. It's
Here's-
gonna be a...
Here's a hot dog
Yeah.
because I'm wrong about things, right? Is that right?
No.
At some point in my anger, I
I-
grabbed a knife.
No,
I'm
Carter,
not
we're
sure
actually
when.
right about this. These two are
I
wrong.
believe that in like the if it's a family tree, like sandwiches are a family tree, a hamburger is a cousin, and hot dog is like
He's
an
a
adopted
distant
son.
cousin.
No.
Oh, okay.
Shut up.
That's the way I see, because
I
I organize
can
everything
agree with that.
hereditarily, so I can see what's incest and not
What is
because I
your
live
general
in the South.
term for a big road you drive relatively fast on?
Interstate
Highway.
Highway.
or highway, yeah,
Interstate?
whatever.
What?
Well, I think like there's a big distinction in the South.
Yeah, I say
so
highway.
consider-
I would also say.
yeah,
I would
highway.
also say freeway.
Well, just yeah, freeway is like, since I live in the South, I use it a lot less. But yeah, highway. But I use a distinction between highway and interstate for the two different types of road.
There are 4 things that says red is a highway, and the majority of America is red. And then it says a freeway has limited access, no stoplights or intersections, whereas
See,
a highway can have stoplights and intersections.
Freeway
I've
and
never,
interstate are the same.
Oh.
pretty much.
I've
'Cause I remember
never
in California,
considered.
like the I-401 or whatever is it's an interstate. Technically, like it's part of the Eisenhower interstate system or whatever, but they call it a freeway. But like in the South, I-85, Interstate 85, it's the interstate, and like
Or 95.
123 is a highway. That's
Alright.
Never considered anything that has stoplights to be a highway. I don't know why. I just don't see it.
so
as
I do
one.
it just based on what it is. But like highways there's a lot of roads that are just like old Jim Beam Highway or whatever. Every
yeah.
famous person in the South has a highway named after him. So that's the only reason I think like roads is highways.
What do you call it when it rains while the sun is shining?
Is there a word for
God
it?
playing a cruel trick.
Weather that pisses
Do you
me
guys
off.
not know it?
I had no idea
There's
there
a
was a
term
word
for that?
it.
It's
It's
sun
sunny
shower.
rain.
Is it some German
No, it's a
word?
No, it's a sun shower.
Sun shower? Oh.
I've
Yeah.
never heard
That
that in
makes
my
sense.
entire
It's
life.
really pretty. I love sun showers.
I know, I've seen sun showers. I've never
Yeah.
had a word for it.
What
got, like,
is the city?
What?
When you hear
This-
of the city, like if somebody were to say, "Oh, I'm going to the city," what would you think of?
the big
Troy.
city near me. Like
I mean, I don't get it.
I just think of the nearest large city.
Exactly. That's pretty much what it is. Like,
mean-
people from Minnesota seem to think other,
I guess
while people
if
from
someone's-
Maine seem to think Boston.
If someone here said I was going to the cities, I would think they're going to Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people
Yeah.
say city here. It's like Greenville, Columbia, Charlotte.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people think New York City as well, in that general area.
If you were there,
what do you
Raleigh,
call-
Chapel Hill, or Durham.
What do you call a drive-through liquor store?
An alcoholic's dream.
a bad idea.
ABC store.
Does ABC do a
The
drive-thrus?
only one that's like a
think they do.
specific name is a brew-through, and that's really fun.
Oh,
I've
to
never
that's
heard
clever.
that. That's a good name, but I've never heard that.
How do you pronounce Mary, Mary, and Mary?
Mary, Mary, and Mary?
Just like
Mary, Merry, Marry.
same way.
Mary, Mary, and Mary.
All three
Mary,
are the
Mary,
same.
Mary.
Yeah. And that was the end of it. We went through all
Thank
of
you.
I'm sorry that was so miserable for you, Mason.
It really was.
them. Well,
A
suck it
little
up.
part of me died each time.
We're all miserable here.
Mary, Mary, and Mary.
Do some people not say Mary, Mary, and Mary?
I know some people say Mary as in like the Merry, as in like they emphasize the E.
Miri.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
That's
I've
very
always heard it as
stupid.
Mary, Mary, and Mary.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
it's
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Marry it,
Mary.
you bitch.
When are you getting married? That's how you say it.
Exactly.
Everyone else is wrong.
Exactly. I was gonna say another thing about work, but I can barely remember it. It had to do with other people, like other coworkers, and I'm trying to remember what it was. It has nothing to do with what we were just talking about, but I
Trust
vaguely
me, we
remember.
all remember.
No, we don't.
What?
What?
I was saying, like, disputes you have with your coworkers, you typically remember them the most.
It wasn't a dispute.
Every day is a dispute.
Oh,
with your
I
coworkers.
It's a
remember.
dispute. It's
I
a straight up
remember
fist fight.
Yeah, it was just
It was straight
there was
up brawl.
blood. There was blood drawn.
One of the biggest issues I have at work is the fact that
That you're for?
I'm 4.
That's hard.
There are like only teenagers working there. It's either like
I have a question. This is completely unrelated. I have a question for you.
okay,
Can you see over the cash register?
I can believe it or not.
I quite frankly, I don't believe it.
No, honestly, honestly,
Jesus.
though,
About that. Can you see over the cash
I'm gonna be real for a second. My arms are too short, and they have
She's like a T-Rex.
no. They have the cashier station pretty wide, so that you have enough room to like move around if you need to. Most people, like this guy I know, Lucas, he's super fucking tall, and he can easily scan, put something in the produce bin without having to move his entire body. I literally have to take steps between the produce and the cash register because I'm so fucking short and my body is too short. It's tiring. I do way more work than I should be doing cashiering because I'm like, my arms, they're not long enough. I'm a T-Rex. I'm Chris in the store. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so that was the issue. Like, if it's not teenagers working there, it's college students that just get back from, college and they need a job. So, like, there are a ton of really attractive people working at my work.
You brought that up last week too.
Did I?
Yeah.
Just a lot of hot
You
people.
There are.
Very
And,
like,
like,
Boner
your
going
store is
on.
full of
So-
supermodels, and then one little
no.
dwarf.
Alright, hold on.
Unfortunate little dwarf.
They're not supermodels. I just have extraordinarily low standards. But yeah, so there were two particular guys. I won't say the name of one of them, which I already know the name of one of them, but for a certain point, I kept referring to them, to my friends. I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I came up with code names because I didn't know their names. I still don't know what one of their names was now. And so the way I would refer to them was cute guy and then scruffy. Because
Scruffy.
and the scruffy. So
Is he a dog?
I thought Scruffy was way more attractive than cute guy because I don't know, I saw Scruffy first, and Scruffy was super nice to me the first time I interacted with him, and then I started, to get to know cute guy after. I have spoken to Scruffy like 2 times maybe, and he's an attractive person, and so he looked like a stereotypical I'm not letting my daughter hang around that guy. Because it's like, he had, like, the thick facial hair, and he looked like a person you wouldn't want your daughter dating. And so, my mom went to the store as I was leaving, and Scruffy had the only cash register open, so my mom went through his line, and then my mom was like, you think that fucking Scruffy-looking guy is cute? And I was like, did you just call him Scruffy? Because it's like, apparently his beard... I don't know beards. I think beards look attractive. So, but apparently it was super disheveled and, it wasn't the neatest a beard could be. Then again, I've literally only spoken to him once, so I never got up close to see his beard.
This is like the weirdest teenage girl story I've ever heard.
It is. And then Scruffy shaved, and then I didn't know what to call him because he didn't look scruffy anymore. This story is
You
way
call
less
Bone Town.
entertaining.
'Cause that's where you want to go with him.
Down. Oh god.
And then one day you'll accidentally say that. You're like, hey, what's going on, Bone Town? Ah, shit. And he's
Oh
like,
no,
what?
that just reminded me of something. So, Sunday, I was working for a few hours. It was super busy. It was like the busiest day I have ever worked. And so, Scruffy, at one point, was bagging for me. I was doing my thing. I was, like, fucking scanning the items, pushing them down the conveyor belt. And then I kept having a lot of flubs because it had gotten to the point where I was, like, really close to getting my break. And so I was, like, kind of checking out. And I was like, I just really want to take my break right now. And so I kept, like, flubbing my lines. And I was like, oh,
Your
do you
lines.
have any... Yeah, because I'm supposed to recite, like, oh, are you part of my rewards? And then I'm supposed to say, oh, do you have any coupons or bottle slips? And, oh, would you like any town trash bags? And I kept saying, would you like any town coupons? And, like, no, seriously, at one point I was like, would you like the town
By the way,
coupons,
it's coupons.
and she was like, no. Yeah,
Coupons, yeah.
Coupons.
Coupons.
Cool.
I do say coupons.
Coupons. Come on, guys.
It's
Get
not
your shit together.
coupons.
It is coupons.
It's
Coupons.
coupons.
Not coupons, you.
It is
you,
coupons.
You
Absolutely.
creepy alien people. Come on. What happened to the humans?
It's coupon.
Coupons.
Coupon.
Bitch. Coupons.
Either way.
Coupons.
So I was ringing up, and as you're totaling an order, I guess you could say, you're supposed to recite the total back to the customer just to like confirm. It's like whatever. It's like this is your total. And so as I was saying it, one of the coupons went through, and so the price lowered, and I was like, oh, that's weird. And like, so I was saying the wrong number, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, it went down on me.
Oh.
And here's your price. And as soon as the fucking words left my mouth, I was like, oh my god, I literally just fucking said, in front of a customer, in front of a cute guy that I work with, I just said, oh, it went down on me. It was so fucking mortifying. I know it wasn't a big deal, like they probably didn't even realize it, but I realized it.
But
And it was bad.
Retail's full of all kind of fun things like that.
Oh, I keep saying shit that's like every single time I leave, I leave work, like I'm clocking out, and then the shift leader, all the shift leaders are super nice, and they're like, oh, have a fun night, or have a fun night off work. And I was like, thanks. And like every single fucking time, I've never yet missed a mark on saying thanks, you too, as they still have several more hours of their work shift left.
That's like when, someone says happy birthday and you're like, thanks, you too.
I still do that. I don't know why.
I've done that.
Or like, oh, enjoy your meal, says the waiter, and it's like, thanks, you too.
I do that every time and it kills me. Oh my god.
It's the fucking worst. I don't know why I do it.
Isn't it awful too? Then you're like, all right, time for bed. Ooh, fuck! Here's every cringy thing I've ever done. Oh,
Yeah. Such as reminiscing about the time that I fucking said, oh, it went down on me. I will never live that down because I'm going to continue telling the story because it's a
good
funny story.
This is a good story. It's a real good one.
You know what I'm not fucking excited for?
What are you not excited for?
I work from 5 to 9 tomorrow. That alone
sucks.
is pretty bad. Especially 9 on a school night when, don't get me wrong, it's not like I fucking go to bed at 9 or whatever. I go to bed at like 11 or 12, sometimes 1 a.m. That alone is bad. But the fact that I'm coming home at like 9:15-ish means that I will not get to bed or go to sleep, like actually sleep, until at least 1 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. And the worst part about that is that Thursday I'm working until 9:45.
Oof.
So I won't get home until like 11. Not 11, 10. I can do math.
I don't get home until a little after 10 the next 5 days in a row.
I gotta drive. I gotta leave at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow. Drive to Virginia, then drive back.
Yeah, I gotta get up at noon.
Cartooner has to get up, scratch his balls, and go back to bed.
Oh, yeah, and that's the worst thing about Thursday night, too.
Scratching your
So
balls?
Scratching your
Yeah, I guess I just gotta scratch my balls. No, Thursday night, I'm getting home at like around 10, and then I won't get to sleep for a while, but I have to wake up super early Friday morning so I can, get a shower in and get my makeup on, because I'm going to a concert immediately after school.
You need to take shots of NyQuil.
Never.
What concert is like right after school?
It's not right after school. It's a 2-hour drive away, and so we have to get there in time. We have to leave right after school.
All right. Fine. I feel bad for you all. I do. It's like
working sucks.
I do wish I had a job so I could have like money, but at the same time, it is nice. Like I don't have to deal with
time.
all this shit, and I especially am glad that I'm not working and in high school.
Oh.
Yeah, see,
that's definitely the worst.
I don't know if I could have done that. That's bad enough.
There's no way I could have. No way.
Yeah, but it's like just working just kind of sucks, and when you work a lot, it sucks. But it's like when you gotta fit, like I've got like a week's worth of shit to fit in about 2.5 days, which is wonderful. And it sucks. It's not the best thing. And then, but you get stupid people and funny stories.
Yeah,
so it's good.
I love the funny stories though. Apparently, so a majority of my friend group ended up working at the store we work at, and then one other person. So like 3 of the people in my friend group of my 6 friends ever.
Aren't you so fancy?
Oh,
Yeah,
you
no,
brag about it, why don't you? Jesus.
Me and 2 of my other friends work at the same store I work at, and then one of our other mutual friends works at the same store but in a different town. And so he works center store while the rest of us work front end, so he knows about like all the prices and everything of everything. And so apparently there is a spice called, I don't know if, I can't remember it. It might be saffron, and it's like fucking $30 a pound.
Who needs a pound of
And it's
spices?
ridiculous.
That's a lot of spice.
It's gonna last you a lifetime.
Yeah. Or maybe it wasn't $30 a pound. It was like outrageously expensive. Like he said that he heard a story about one time there were people crossing the border, and in their car they had packages and packages of white stuff, and so, you know, customs thought it was cocaine. And so they fucking took it to a lab, they tested it, it was saffron, and apparently saffron is more expensive than cocaine is. The fucking spice, and they were smuggling
Cocaine
it
is
over the
cheap.
border.
And like,
Jesus.
were these like, because you're in Maine, was this the Canadian border?
I assume so, yeah.
Those Canadian coke smugglers are
I've never
horrible.
heard of Canadian smugglers in my life, but I like the idea of it.
Amazing.
And also, I like the idea that they were smuggling spices.
Spices
See,
into
that
Maine.
sounds right though.
Yeah, they don't smuggle drugs, they smuggle spices.
Like, yeah, I could see that happening.
It's a very Canadian thing to do, I think.
Yeah. It's like, oh, sorry about that.
Oh, sorry, we're not supposed to bring these over?
Didn't know we weren't supposed to take these spices over the border, eh?
Well, just take
I
them
wonder
on
if that's
back
what Russ
then.
is doing
Sorry.
right now. Maybe that's what our boy's doing. He's out smuggling spice. Wasn't that like the big thing in Star Wars was the spice trade?
Isn't that just like the big thing
what
in
if-
history,
What
too?
if Star Wars is the alternate universe where the Canadians just take over?
Oh shit.
I'd watch it.
I think that's what the moral takeaway from whatever that 30-minute rant was, is that Canadians are Star Wars.
Canadians are in fact Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah,
It all comes back to the end.
I was gonna say one final thing.
yeah.
And now I fucking lost my train of thought
Yeah.
again.
All right, well.
Oh yeah, but having a job while being in high school really lets me appreciate the free time that I do have. Because
Yeah.
it's like, I almost cried from happiness at the fact that I'm not working Friday, Saturday, or Sunday this week.
Oh.
I was
yeah.
so fucking happy.
Yeah,
Oh, I always
just
cry.
cherish. My biggest advice to the youngins of the day is cherish your free time, because when it goes
I
away,
do.
This is
Oh, I do.
today. This day that we are on right now, Tuesday, June 5th, 2018, is probably the first day where I've just gotten home from work and done nothing.
And then,
in
well,
about
then,
a month.
in some way, and then here we are working again. So.
Yeah, I
We're
mean, this is
working.
my other job, and I hope to God,
you could-
God,
If
it
you
takes
want it
off
to be
so I
our
don't
job too,
actually
you can go to
have work.
patreon.com/GoBicker and donate any money because it doesn't really matter.
Please, I really need it. I really need it.
Yeah.
I need
Have
all
you
the
guys
money we
seen
can
the
get.
little drawings I did for the GoBicker tier things?
Drawings?
Yeah.
What? Sorry.
On
wait,
on
okay,
the
what'd you say? Sorry,
Patreon,
looked
I
at my
did
phone.
little. There's like little shitty little graphics that go along with each tier.
Oh, Bobble? Gid Loaf?
Oh boy, Discord boy, God Bobble, Almighty Updat, Spike Kit. I love the Spike Kit.
I like the
That
Spike
was
Kit
a good
too.
one.
It's good.
Tim's got questions.
Yeah,
Oh.
I was trying not to bring that up because I'm
Oh,
very
God.
tired right now. But
We just
Alright, let's power through.
we can
power
we
through.
can power through.
Okay,
them,
hold on. Let
okay.
me just read through them real
Um,
quick, and let's only do the because we're trying to wrap it up. Let's just do the ones that are good. Do you know how to deep fry?
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
What do I look like? Some sort of chef?
What breakfast? Do you eat breakfast for lunch? Would you? Yes.
Yes,
I
and
eat
yes,
breakfast for
I
any
would
meal.
if I could eat breakfast for every meal. Of course I would.
You can.
What is your
That's the
shoe
way I do.
size? 11 wide. Move on.
What is your shoe size? Yeah, this is okay. I've always had this issue all my life. It's like, oh, I'm a size 10. Oh, except my feet are like fucking flippers, so I can't. So nothing fits. It's like I need like the widest shoe they have.
Get wide.
I need,
That's
a, I
also-
need a 10 extra large.
Because I got some Got me some big meaty feats myself.
Yeah, I have the
So I'm used to
nickname
this.
It's awful.
of Bigfoot in my house because I wear a 9 wide in women's, which, you know, compared to men, isn't that big.
I can't even. I don't know what that means. It means nothing
Isn't that
to me.
like a 4?
Quite frankly, I think I wear like a size like 11 and a half or something. I don't know what that means. Like I just go. Whenever
Yeah,
I
I don't
get
know
shoes,
what
I
that
just know to
number
look
means.
for that. But like I could, if
Yeah.
you know, someone else tells me there's shoe size, I'm like, "Ooh, okay, cool.
Well, my brother
numbers
wears
mean nothing to
an
me.
11 in men, so I feel like my shoe size would probably be like a 7 in men, I think.
So like a 5th grader.
I also
Yeah.
do not know what those numbers mean. But anyway,
I don't know.
we have to continue.
Yes.
Why do taxes suck? Because I don't have any
Because
money.
taxes are theft. That's why the government's taking our money for what? For illegal lizard programs. It's all bullshit. When the next time I have to do a solo
Exactly.
episode, I'm gonna revamp the government. Just you wait.
Oh,
I already
can't
have
wait
it
for
planned
that.
out. I've been making the document. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be huge.
Weapon of choice in a zombie apocalypse would have
Axe.
to probably be
A gun
shotgun.
with 1 bullet so I can fucking rid myself from the world.
That's actually.
Okay, good.
I changed my answer. That's it. That's what I'm doing.
That's a solid answer. Solid answer. Would you deep fry with grease?
I'd do
Yes.
anything
No,
with
I
grease.
don't.
I
Yes.
love grease.
I would snort the grease.
You
Our
love that
Transformers
movie, huh?
fans,
It's the
we-
greatest movie ever made. It's humanity's
I
crowning
can-
achievement. When the aliens come here, they're like, "What's the greatest thing you've ever done?" People are gonna be like, "Oh, here's a cure for a disease. Oh, here's our pyramids." I'm like, "No, hold on, ladies and
Here's
gentlemen.
the movie
Here is a
Grease."
Blu-ray copy of Grease, and the aliens will jizz in their alien pants."
So are we talking about the live action one?
No, the animated Grease, you
Live-action Grease?
fucking imbecile.
Do you shave? No.
Let's point out too that "do you shave" is capital D and do, capital Y and U, and then lowercase shave with no punctuation.
Shame.
No punctuation.
It's the
I
it's
can't-
the worst tweet I've ever seen, and I hate it.
I shave.
Yes.
I mean, who doesn't shave? We're humans.
I have a
If we don't shave, we
very
become
sketchy
gorillas.
I don't know. Chris said that he doesn't shave, so
No, I don't.
No, I suppose you.
Just got-
fucking gang up on him.
I'm just a very hairy boy. I got a beard. Now
Weird.
it's not just the sketchy goatee.
It really was a really sketchy goatee.
It was. Now it's a sketchy beard. I'm not
It's
gonna
a lot
lie.
better.
I want to see it.
Hold on. Do I have any pictures of it? That's a sketchy
Of course I
beard.
do.
Of course. I have
Just gotta
so
find
many-
one without my dick in it.
I mean, there's a lot. Okay,
What?
Hold on. I got a lot.
Would you
Nothing. What?
say such things?
I'm just. He has nudes, and we all know it.
Sorry.
I,
So I do
for a
believe
brief
that.
second there, I thought my computer crashed, and I was really worried.
I was trying to showcase my sketch ass beard.
Can any of
Anyway.
you animate? I am aware
No.
of the
No.
ideas. Oh, that's weird.
That is weird to see you with a beard.
You're like a different person.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I don't know how to animate.
I'm aware of
No.
if I had the tools and skill, I could.
I can do some 3D modeling, but that's about it.
If I had enough free time and a program to do it, I probably could learn how, but I don't know currently how to do it.
I can do
No.
regular modeling. Cause I'm a babe.
Nude modeling? The only kind of artistic skill I have whatsoever is photography, so the answer is no. Where is Waldo?
He's in Nicaragua,
Mm-hmm.
selling drugs.
Maya,
Alright,
I hope you're not
what?
laughing at the idea of me modeling, because that's very rude.
I want to see it.
No, I was laughing at how long it took me to get your joke, and then I realized that's a funny joke.
Listen, I can model. Hey, guys, are gays?
It's
What?
Gay Pride Month, so yes.
It is Gay
That's.
Pride Month.
I mean, I'm just saying that's
Happy
all the
gays.
question is.
We're all
are
gay
gays?
this month.
Yeah.
We're all gay this month.
See,
Hell yeah.
It's there's a debate to be had, but are gays? I'd say they are.
I agree.
I'm looking at the recording of my vocal track, and I like to see how sometimes my laughs look like just a really long penis.
Penis.
Because I do a little ha 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 ha. So it's just like a dick.
Well, that's very insightful.
That looks like a Christmas tree.
Dude, that's what I always see. That's what I always see, like, all these little because we all laugh like that. And that's funny. My going looks like a laugh. Hold on, wait. Wow, it looks just like a laugh. Yep, 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 yep.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Well, that's a really hard laugh. Wow. This is dumb.
Wow, wow,
This is all
wow.
getting cut, right?
So, yeah, go to GoBicker.com/Patreon. And
Pay
just,
us,
you know,
please. I'm begging you.
What's the whole thing? Like and subscribe.
Hey, if you want, Tim, more all of us together, you should get several
Hey,
of the spike
hey.
kill
There you
levels,
go.
so I don't
Yeah,
have to have a
just
job.
pay us a lot of money, please.
Yeah, because NA is really kicking your ass at the moment in Patreon sports.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think right now, I think we all need to come together and have a GoBicker drive, so that we can get all the money, so we don't have to work anymore. Because I
I
don't
need to
like,
do another flesh horse.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, you do.
We need to
do
set
another flesh
aside
horse.
a day where we just stream all day. And we just see what happens.
How much of us
stream?
have time to do
That's
that, though?
the issue.
The answer is cartooner.
I'm the only one who could, and I'll do it.
Listen, if you told me the exact date and we didn't switch it at all, I can request the entire day off.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can too.
Well, maybe
But I
maybe
don't
we
know
should
how.
we should fucking do it.
Don't know how to explain that to my
Saturday,
boss, but I
Saturday,
do it.
Saturday.
Not this
Maybe
Saturday.
we can do it like around a holiday, so it'll be a lot easier to explain.
I am
Yeah.
Jewish. I
Well, no, I
need
mean,
to
like,
have
what if we did like
Hanukkah
around the
off.
4th of July, and we make it the whole stream really patriotic?
Plus, I would hate to work during the 4th of July. I fucking hated working during Memorial Weekend. It
Hey,
was
that's good.
terrible.
That's
I
a
wanted
good
to
idea.
kill
I think
myself.
I'm going to go and request that day off right about now.
I think I mean, I'll try. I think everybody in my entire company has already requested off the week of 4th of July, but I will try, and I will whip it out, and I
Well,
will most
we'll
yeah.
see as the
Whip it
time
out.
approaches, but Pledgeathon. We got to come up with
Look
a
forward to
clever name.
GoBicker play. If we earn at least $1, it will be a success.
Honestly, yeah. If we can get
You
that
can-
$1,
you can
that
make
first
us-
dollar, I'll be good.
You can make us an early success today by going ahead and donating to GoBicker.com/Patreon. Go Bicker, go home.
We go together like Rama Lama Lama, the ding 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 dong. Remember forever, and she bop, she wada wada, yippity boom boom. Chang chang, chang and a chang bop.